are listening to the Certified Personal Trainer Podcast, a show by personal trainers for personal trainers. It's time to become a better trainer, get more clients, and change more lives. And now, here's your host, the head coach and founder of Fitness Mentors, Eddie Lester.
Hey guys, welcome to Fitness Mentors Certified Personal Trainer Podcast, episode number 55. I was extremely grateful to speak with one of our certified online personal trainers this morning. His name is Shreeve, and I wanted to share this conversation because he had a ton of great tips around being successful as an online trainer and really how our course helped him, utilize specific tasks and techniques that have allowed him to grow his business. So let's go ahead and turn it over to the conversation this morning that I had with Steve.
So I was obviously, before I did the course, I was already established as an online personal trainer.
Yep.
I did my first online training course with the Online Trainer Academy,
Mm-hmm.
but I became so passionate and such a big advocate of online training in such a short space of time that I really wanted people to realize that I was taking this really seriously and that I really believed in it. So I kind of went and did a little bit of research into what other courses were out there, because I thought if I've got certifications from multiple training providers in this field, it really shows anybody that might be looking at me as an online trainer that I'm really taking this seriously and have a really good broad overview and I'm well trained in this. I'm not just someone that's picked it up, So I've now done 3 different online training courses. I just completed another one this week. Your course was just amazing and really made just a really big impression on me. Awesome. And it was really nice actually having done a few courses, because whilst there was a certain overlap amongst the courses and the different training providers, there were also little bits that each course provided that the other ones didn't, and that was really nice. And for your course, the way you went about delivering the materials really cemented for me who my ideal client was. And I'm a bit of a frustrating one, I guess, if you were a business mentor, because I don't like to nail myself down to one niche. Yeah. When I first started personal training, I really resisted that piece of advice because I wanted a lot of variety in my work. And so I tried to educate myself to a level where I wanted to be able to train anybody for anything. And then I could therefore enjoy the variety that I had in my work. So when it came to developing a niche for online training, which I absolutely recognize is more essential for online training, I kind of managed to whittle it down to 2 or 3 niches. But that's still better than anyone and everything. It means that I can be a little bit more direct in my marketing approach. And that has worked really well for me. I've been putting content out aimed at those niches and it's been really well received. And
that's awesome. So
that's been fantastic. And I kind of knew what those niches were already, but the way that you delivered the content regarding that just really cemented it to the point where there was no ambiguity in my brain whatsoever. And I could just reel that off really confidently and know that's my ideal client and that's why, Awesome. And just going through that process, the way you put it together was just amazing.
Awesome. Was that kind of relating to the who, what, and how document and kind
exactly.
of, okay. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, the my recommended 10 pages of focus on that that's what kind of helped you really solidify the niches that you wanted to work with.
Yeah, exactly. And it was just the way you laid it out and the specific way you worded it, and it just helped really drill down to the core and just get that really confidently cemented in my mindset, and it was just amazing. So I really liked that. Like I said, I'd already identified my niches, but just going through the process just really ironed it all out. And
I love it.
And I will admit, so I'm not the kind of guy to cheat the process, as it were, but because I was already working as an online trainer and had already been through a course, I didn't necessarily feel the need to put 10 pages together, if that makes sense. But I still put a reasonable amount of content together. because I wanted to make sure I'd covered every step. You know, you put the course together the way you did for a reason, and I wanted to make sure that I'd followed every step and definitely given it my all as I went through it. So
I love that. And has that really helped with your kind of content generation? Do you kind of
Absolutely.
use that? Awesome. Okay. Yeah. Did you use it kind of like as a roadmap to refer to when creating content and things like that?
Yeah. And it's been it focused my mind a little bit more with the content because it's been a bit of a catch-22 actually, but because I've wanted to go through this process of continuing to develop my online training education, it's meant that I've been doing my day job and kind of going through further education at the same time. And so it hasn't left a lot of time for content creation. So I was kind of in a little bit of a bubble where I was going, just go and put something on social media that reminds everyone that you do fitness, you know. But I think going through that process that I went through with your course, it actually just focused my mind a little bit and just said, look, if you're gonna put a content out, at least make sure it's applicable to these people that you want to be working with. And it just focused my mind in that direction a little bit more. I also decided to do some paid advertising. So there's a local magazine near me that it advertises itself as a magazine, but it's more for local businesses to advertise their services. And I actually called them up and said, look, I'd love to do some advertising with you, but I don't just want an advert. I would like to write an article for you because I want people to get to know who I am as a personal trainer and what I stand for, how I do things, what I do. And they said, yeah, that's great. We'd love to have you write some articles for you. And it meant that, again, because I've been through that process, when I was writing content for these articles, it meant that I had a really focused approach in that I was able to put specific content together for those niches. And it's been really well received.
Love that. So, is this a printed magazine or online magazine? Okay,
yeah. So they deliver it to 1,100 homes in our local area.
Love that.
So they kind of go out in a phased approach. And like before I'd even seen the article in print, I was getting messages from people on Facebook just saying, just read your article on this and absolutely loved it. And so that was really lovely. And again, it just having that directed mindset towards developing those niches, it expanded beyond social media, you know, because I was looking at that approach.
Yeah, and that's a really great kind of insight into utilizing a unique, we'll say, marketing channel, but then really needing to ensure that the niche was more, or the niche is well received in that respect. Because a lot of times you could put out general fitness content with zero reception. That's kind of like what we talk about in the course is it needs to be so focused that it grabs the person that you're looking to train's attention, and it feels like you're directly speaking to them. So that's great insight into why when you think about putting out content, it needs to be so focused. So that's great.
So it's like if you try and talk to everyone, you talk to no one.
Exactly. Totally agree. So let's talk about your successes and kind of your growth since using the course. Where are you at now? Tell me a little bit about your business and just for the people out there listening, relating to where'd you start? How's it been in the growth process? How's the course been able to accelerate that? And then really where you're at now.
So, I mean, it's interesting because a lot of people I find, certainly where I live anyway, or my area of the world, they've kind of they've done online training reactively because there's been changing circumstances in the world with the pandemic and so on. Mine was more proactive in that I remember 2 years ago, longer than 2 years ago, I remember being stood in a gym with a client and I was looking at my diary, she was looking at hers, and we just couldn't find a time that was mutually convenient to train because I was really busy, she was really busy, and I was like, I've got to find another solution. So I was aware of online training, but my concern was all the marketing that I'd seen regarding online training prior to that point had all focused on the benefits of online training for the personal trainer. And I do what I do to help people. And I needed to be sold on the benefits of online training for the clients before I was going to invest in education and going down that route. And that was the turning point right there with that client that I realized I needed to find a different way. So went through the process, and obviously I I was already established online trainer by the time I found your course. But what really stood out for me was how much your course and just your whole company ethics is about helping to make a fitter, healthier world. If we educate good personal trainers who can take care of people, we're making the world a better place. And that really shone through for me. And for me, knowing that I've been certified by a company that has that kind of ethics is something that I want people to see on my website, because that's what I'm about.
That's awesome.
So straight away, I knew I want to do this certification because this company has the right values when it comes to fitness and how fitness can make the world a better place. So if somebody looks on my website and sees my credentials and look up this company that I'm certified with, that's going to come across, and that's going to build a lot of confidence for anyone that wants to work with me as a trainer.
That's awesome. And no, I'm sure you've heard either the podcast or the way that the course is really delivered within the course. And that it's, big picture is something that we've always really focused on. And it's, it goes so much more above, grabbing a single bit of information and applying it. It goes so much more into, why are you taking the time to go through the education, and why does this matter? And that sort of motivational factor we've seen with a lot of students really leads to higher rates of success, is because, that you taking time to educate yourself is, passion towards your profession, but also it really relates to the ability of you to impact your clients, as well as them to then go out and from your impact and influence, be healthier and live better and be happier, and all of those elements that kind of, cycle beyond that. So that's really cool that you pointed that out.
Thank you. And the other thing that was really beneficial of the course as well is going through my fitness theory. Mm-hmm. So I knew what my fitness theory was, but I'd never gone through the process of writing it down. And just, we all go through our own fitness journeys that affects the way we train ourselves, affect the way that we train our clients. And we go through these journeys. And so I knew where I was, and I knew where I was about how I go about doing things. But it was great to kind of mentally go back and retrace that journey and put it down in writing, because again, it just kind of cemented where I was and what kind of messages I wanted to get across to people. So that's another way that I've been applying my experience on the course since I've gone through the course. It's as well as doing the who, what, why, and how, the fitness theory stuff. Again, that it's really important that comes through when I'm talking to people about fitness, because how we do things is another area of what sets ourselves apart.
I love that. No, actually, while we're kind of on that, just for the benefit of those listening, what is your process, or how did you kind of define it in the sense of you've written the magazine articles, you're getting outreach, or people reaching out to you? What is your kind of process in leading up to getting the client and then taking them? Obviously it's pretty intricate, I'm sure, but if you were to kind of leave it in simple terms, what is your process? Because I know a lot of personal trainers out there are kind of all, so many are in the how do I even do it phase. So kind of from your experience and your education, what is your process, and how does that how do you feel you're delivering the best service?
So it kind of starts from the social media side of things, in terms of just putting content out there that gets people to know what your values are as a trainer. I believe I want that to come across. I'm all about, people might come to me to train for a specific goal, but I know that while they're working on achieving that goal, they're going to get so many other benefits that they weren't even expecting. So it's about educating about those benefits in advance that people are going to get from the training, how it's going to enhance their longevity, how it's going to, enhance their wellness. I believe in getting people to do the amount of exercise that they need to do to get the maximum benefits from it, but not so much that it feels overwhelming and they're doing surplus to what they need to get those health and wellness benefits. So it's, I think a lot of people out there can have unrealistic expectations about how much they need to be doing to enhance their fitness and wellness. They can end up doing too much and getting overwhelmed and then giving up or stopping. So when I'm posting social media content, I'm trying to get those messages across. This is who I am. This is what I believe in. These are the benefits that you're going to get from integrating these elements of health and fitness activities in your lifestyle, then people get to know me, they approach me, we talk, and through those discussions, I find out what they want, how I might be able to help them. And then once we go through the process of that engagement, they know whether or not they want to work with me. And then I can work on helping them on their journey. Does that answer your question? Is that
absolutely? And just to be clear, which type of online training is your primary focus? Is it the private personalized training that we kind of bring up in the course?
So I deliver most of my my online training through an online training app. So so again, it's kind of educating about the benefits of that. That you're not going to have to book an appointment with me. You can do this on your time. It's flexible, but the difference is, instead of you turning up for an in-person session and being with me for an hour and me supporting you for that hour, I'm now supporting you for your whole training week.
I love that. Yeah, that's so important to realize as an online trainer. And I talk about this so much, as you know, is your 1 hour one-on-one is great, but that influence kind of doesn't really extend beyond that too often. So as an online trainer, the actual service you're delivering is not the hour, it's the actual 24-hour day. It's the complete approach that in my opinion is more valuable than just that 1 hour sometimes.
Yeah. And I find often there's a kind of 7 to 14 day break-in period with a new client, that it takes them sort of 7 to 14 days. And then they realize, hang on, this guy's watching me. I need to get on and do my workouts now. He knows when I'm not training and I'm getting phone calls from him. So, and kind of when they've gotten through that break-in period and they realize, okay, he's watching, the consistency just snowballs. And therefore the results just come along exponentially. So, and that's why I'm so passionate about this area of training. I truly believe it's the best way to help people. And that can create challenges in itself, because people develop a relationship with you as a trainer and they enjoy their time with you. So it can be really hard to help people to break away into that other style of training. But I have to get that message across. You've come to me for results. I love seeing you in person X amount of times a week. And we can still do that with a hybrid approach. Mm-hmm. But actually, if you want results, if you want me to help you, this is the best way I have to help you. If you want to carry on in-person training, that's fine. I'll support you with that. But this is a great way for me to help you.
I love it. I love it. And now just kind of finally, let's talk about your kind of daily schedule. What has online training done for you as far as your, we'll say, work-life balance, your schedule, your work day? Talk to me about how that has changed since moving, we'll say, primarily online.
So most of my work is online now. I only have a handful of people that I see in person, but I'm a real morning person, Eddie. I'm an absolute morning person. I'm going to get the most done in the morning. I have the most energy in the mornings. Yet with my in-person training schedule, I had to work a lot of evenings, and it wasn't great for me. It wasn't great for my well-being. I might work till 9 p.m., which isn't crazy late. The other advice I would give to personal trainers, if you're still working in person and you're still having to work unsociable hours, it's still important to have those boundaries and respect your own circadian rhythms. So I wouldn't train anyone after 9 p.m. because I knew I needed wind down time and they needed wind down time too. So I kind of had that boundary, but even working till that time of night, it would take me ages to wind down after an evening's work. You've been in a bright, noisy environment. You've been, being really upbeat, trying to help inspire other people. And because I'm just naturally a morning person, I didn't feel great with that. But now almost all of my work is done during the daytime, at times that I'm most energetic, at times that I'm most productive. And I get to be with my loved ones in the evenings at times when they're available to me. There's more flexibility with my location of work, right? I'm in my spare room right now. I do most of my work here. So again, I have access to my loved ones. I can pop in and see them frequently in between checking in on clients. I was just saying to somebody the other day, I really truly believe online training is the best thing for the clients, but the impact that it's had on my life has been a massive bonus, and just given me so much more flexibility. And I feel like there's a real catch-22 with this, because I was thinking the other day, how lucky am I that I live in an age where I can take my passion for fitness and do it in this way that benefits my clients and benefits for me. But the other side of things is, if I wasn't doing this, I'd be getting left behind, because this is the way the industry is going, and this is what people want and perhaps what people need as well.
Absolutely. No, and that in a digital age, it's the real, we'll say, point of benefit from all the technology and while there might be negative sides of it, is the ability to be in constant contact, and not in an overwhelming way, but that ability to send a text message or a quick video message on your phone, or connect via video call, or just a phone call, or every communication medium has its place in online training, and the real benefit of online training, like you even mentioned earlier, is just that ability to make sure that you're keeping your clients accountable through consistent communication. That's something that, as we emphasize in the courses. The delivery of your services is really your ability to stay in contact consistently, to where they feel that you are, like you mentioned with that one client earlier, you're watching them.
Yeah.
In that respect.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, if we really think big picture, blue sky scenario, there could be, we focus on the benefits for the trainers, we focus for the benefits on the clients. So many more of my clients now, because they have online training available to them, they are now training at home. So let's say somebody normally travels in their car half an hour to see me, spends an hour with me, travels in their car half an hour back. We're looking at a climate crisis here, and online training is helping my clients spend less time on the road in their cars, right?
I love it. Yeah.
So, there's so many other little benefits that I think can really help, when we're looking at the big picture of things. And, you talk about being in the digital age, people are busier than they've ever been. And the fact that they don't have to travel to see me now, that that's an hour or 20 minutes or whatever that they've got back in their schedule, because they can just do their workouts at home, or if they have a gym near to their work, they can go there instead of having to come see me over here, so they're getting time back as well.
Yeah, the convenience factor, not only for the trainer but for the client. I mean, it saves them time, it gives them more of their time back per se. So they could be in on vacation and still working with you. It's not like they have to take 2 weeks off or a week off when they go out of town or visit their parents, things like that. So
yeah, and you know what? Funnily enough, one of my clients got really excited about that when I was telling them about online training. I said, look, when you're going on holiday, send me a link to your hotel's website and let me take a look at their gym, and I'll give you workouts specific for that hotel gym while you're there, and you don't have to miss any training with me. And they got really excited about it. When I'm on holiday now, they don't have to miss out. I provide them with support that I set up before I take time off. I'm taking time off work next week, and I'll be spending this week setting up support for my clients while I'm not there. It keeps them consistent. And they have verbalized how valuable they found that in helping them stay consistent.
That is awesome. Well, Steve, I really, really appreciate you coming on and sharing all about, how our courses impacted your business and how your drive for success is helping so many. I think that's something that's so important for all trainers out there, is to really take a look at exactly how you want to help people, and get the education that's necessary to make sure that you're successful. And seeing your commitment to education, and then having that relay into success in your career is awesome in that respect. So, really just connecting with you has been awesome. It's so great to see students, continue to will be influenced in a way that's just so much more than just, this is an online course. It's going to give you a tidbit to apply to your business. It's that impact that, we have as trainers and educators, and helping the world become just a better place for everyone, helping everyone be happier and love themselves more, and the list goes on. So
that's sick.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate you taking the time to hang with me, and we'll definitely be connecting in the future. I want to hear all about your continued growth and success.
Great stuff. I look forward to speaking to you again in the future, Eddie, and thank you for sharing your time with me and just for developing such an outstanding course. Thank you.
Woohoo! You're very welcome, and look forward to helping you consistently and in the future as well.
Great stuff.
Cool.
All the best, Eddie.
As always, thanks for listening. to the Certified Personal Trainer Podcast. You can learn more about fitness mentors at fitnessmentors.com. Be sure to share this podcast on social media. And remember, we are here to help you succeed.